Hello, I'm CMonster51, and these are my Week 1 NFL predictions. Last season, I got around 69% of my predictions correct, which is pretty good to be honest. Usually, I aim around getting 65% of my predictions correct, and I got 69%, which is nice. Okay. Tomorrow's gonna be Cowboys versus Eagles on Thursday Night Football, in which will also kick off the NFL season. Okay, but the Cowboys who traded away Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers in exchange for 2 first-round picks and defensive tackle Kenny Clark. And the Eagles, who are coming off a Super Bowl win. I'm going to go with the Eagles to win. There's a better team in this one. Okay, and then we got a Friday night game, which is going to be streamed here on YouTube, of all places. We got Chiefs versus Chargers. 2 AFC West teams going at it. This game could go either way, but I'm gonna pick the Chiefs to win and get a huge win over the Chargers. Dolphins versus Colts. I was saying that the Colts are a slight favorite in this game, which, to be honest, I'm not sure why. I don't know. I guess because this game is being played in Indianapolis. But despite that, I'm gonna pick the Dolphins to win, and also this will be my first upset of the week. Steelers versus Jets. Aaron Rodgers, who played for the Jets last season, decided to sign with the Steelers this offseason. And I'm going to go ahead and pick the Steelers to win. And especially because the Jets, they have a new head coach now. Aaron Glenn, who came from the Detroit Lions. Okay. Panthers versus Jaguars. Both of these teams struggled last season. But I do think that the Jaguars have a better quarterback in Trevor Lawrence. So I'm going to pick the Jaguars to win. Okay, Cardinals versus Saints. The Saints also struggled last season, only finishing 5-12 on the season. And they also drafted Tyler Shuck in this past NFL draft in the second round. But last I heard, Spencer Rattler was named the starter in the preseason. But anyways, give me the Cardinals to win in New Orleans. Giants versus Commanders. The Commanders who played in the NFC Championship game last season, and whom Jaden Daniels he came off a heck of a rookie season last season. And then you got the Giants, who they brought in Russell Wilson, and they also drafted Jackson Dart in the NFL draft. But I'm going to pick the Commanders to win. Okay, Bucks versus Falcons. Baker Mayfield had a heck of a season last year too. I'm not exactly sure how many touchdowns he threw, but I want to say he threw for 40 something touchdowns, which is very good, by the way. And you got the Falcons, who finished 7-10 that season. I'm going to pick the Bucks to win this game. Okay, Bengals versus Browns. The Browns who drafted two quarterbacks in the NFL draft, Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. Neither one of them is going to start because Joe Flacco was named the starter. But honestly, I don't think it matters who starts for the Browns because the Bengals should still win this game and start the year 1-0. Okay, Raiders versus Patriots. This is a game that could go either way. I do think that these two teams are evenly matched. You got the Raiders who got hired Pete Carroll from the Seahawks, and then they also signed out Geno Smith. And in the Patriots, Drake May is coming into his second season in the NFL. Since this game is being played in Foxborough, I'm going to pick the Patriots to win. 49ers versus Seahawks. The 49ers who missed the playoff last season, and mostly because they had so many injuries on both sides of the ball. When you have a lot of injuries, of course you're going to lose more games than what you really should. Since it's a new year, I'm going to pick the 49ers to win. Okay, Titans versus Broncos. The Titans who drafted Cam Ward first overall in the NFL draft, and the Broncos who actually made the playoff last season. They were the 7th seed, and whom Bo Nix is entering the second season. I'll go with the Broncos to win this game. Okay, Lions versus Packers. The Packers whom traded for Michael Parsons a few days ago. They traded him away for 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark to the Cowboys. Anyways, I was saying that the Packers are a slight favorite to win this game. But to be honest, I'm not sure how much Michael Parsons will play in this game. And also, I heard that he has a back injury, which it's not too serious, but we'll see. We'll see how much he could play. And also because I'm pretty sure that he has to learn the defense too. Because he was only traded literally just a few days ago. And also, I don't think Jordan Love has never beaten the Lions at home before. Well, this is only his 3rd season as starter, but still, he has yet to beat the Lions at home. So because of that, this will be my second upset of the week. I'm going to pick the Lions to win this game in Lambeau. Okay, Texans versus Rams. These are also two evenly matched teams. But I'm going to pick the Rams to win. Okay, for the Sunday night game, we have Ravens versus Bills. This could be a potential playoff matchup as well. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not sure who to pick. You know, since this game is being played in Buffalo, I'll go with the Bills to win. Okay, and for the Monday night game, we have Vikings versus Rams. I'm sorry, Vikings versus Bears. Both of these quarterbacks have a second-year starter. The Vikings with J.J. McCarthy, and the Bears and Caleb Williams. You know, I know that J.J. McCarthy literally didn't play last season, but I do think that the Vikings have a better roster than the Bears do. So I'll go with the Vikings to win this game. Well, it looks like that's all the games for week 1. Now let me know y'all's predictions. See y'all later.